Hi guys, welcome to this video lecture. We are still on our series on quadratic equation. In this particular video, we are looking at how to solve quadratic equations using factoring method. So in order for you to solve quadratic equations easily using factoring method, all you need to do is follow this 4-step process. Let's look at the first one. The first one is ensure that the equation is written in the standard form in which one side is 0. So the standard form of a quadratic equation is always equal to 0. So this is in the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So this is the standard form. We always have on the right side equal to 0. A is the coefficient of x squared, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant. So whenever you have a quadratic equation that does not follow this pattern, then you have to rewrite it to conform to this pattern. Okay, that's the first step. The second step is factor the non-zero side. So this side, which is the left side of the equation, you have to factorize that side of the equation. In our previous lesson, we've seen how to factorize quadratic expressions. So you can go to our playlist on quadratic equations so you can see all the video lessons that we have done on quadratic equations. Okay, so the third step is make each factor equal to 0. So when you have factorized the left side of the equation, the next thing you have to make each factor on the left side equal to 0. And then the final step is solve each resulting equation. So it is very simple. If you follow this 4-step process, you will always be able to solve quadratic equations using factoring method. So let's apply this process on this particular question. We have solved this same question using formula method. You can watch that on my playlist on quadratic equations. Okay, so we have solved 2x squared minus 14x plus 24 is equal to 0. So if you look at this question, you can see that the question conforms to this first step. The right side is already equal to 0. So we don't need to bother with first step. Okay. The second step is factor the non-zero side. So we have to factor this side. So how do we factor it? We are going to look for two numbers that will multiply themselves to give us AC, and those same two numbers will add themselves to give us B. Now, we are multiplying to get AC. We are adding to get B. So what is AC? Remember, A is the coefficient of x squared, B is the coefficient of x, and C is the constant. So comparing that with this equation, we know that our A is 2, our B is minus 14, and our C is plus 24. So AC means 2 multiplied by plus 24, and that will give us plus 48. Okay? And then we know that our B is minus 14. So this means we are looking for two numbers that will multiply themselves to give us plus 48, but add themselves to give us minus 14. So let's write down the possible numbers. We have plus 1 times plus 48. That will give us plus 48. Minus 1 times minus 48. We have plus 2 times plus 24. Minus 2 times minus 24. We have plus 3 times plus 16. Minus 3 times minus 16. We have plus 4 times plus 12. Minus 4 times minus 12. And then we have plus 6 times plus 8 minus 6 times minus 8. So all these numbers will multiply themselves to give us plus 48. But among all these numbers, the only number that will add themselves to give us minus 14 is minus 6 and minus 8. Minus 6 plus minus 8 will give us minus 14. This is the set of numbers we are looking for. Minus 6 and minus 8. So minus 6, minus 8. So what we are going to do is replace minus 14x with minus 6x minus 8x. It is the same as minus 14x. So our target is to split minus 14x into two numbers so we can factorize by grouping. So let's write that down. So this will give us 2x squared minus 6x minus 8x plus 24 is equal to 0. So then we can factorize by grouping. We can factorize these two together and then factorize these two together. So within these two, what is common? 2x is common. So we'll bring it outside the bracket. 2x squared divided by 2x will give us x. Minus 6x divided by 2x will give us minus 3. Minus 8x and plus 24. What is common? 8 is common. So now we have minus 8x divided by minus 8. That will give us x. Plus 24 divided by minus 8. That will give us minus 3. It's equal to 0. So next, since what we have in the parentheses are the same, we bring the values outside the bracket together. So this will give us 2x minus 8 into x minus 3 is equal to 0. So we have been able to factor the non-zero side. So this is the non-zero side, and we have been able to split it into two of its factors. That's what it means to factor the non-zero side. The next thing we're expected to do is make each factor equal to 0. So this is going to be 2x minus 8 is equal to 0, or x minus 3 is equal to 0. So we have made the two factors equal to 0. So on this side, we can move minus 8 to the right, and that will become plus 8. So this will give us 2x is equal to 8, or if you move minus 3 to the right, it will become plus 3. So we have x is equal to 3. But here we've not gotten the final value of x, so we have to divide both sides by 2. So we have 2x all over 2 is equal to 8 all over 2. On this other side, we have x is equal to 3. So 2, we cancel out 2. We have x is equal to 8 divided by 2 will give us 4, or x is equal to 3. So using factoring method, we have been able to factorize this quadratic equation. Let's try the same method on this particular question. But in this case, we can see that on the right, we have a non-zero digit. And remember, the first step says ensure the equation is written in the standard form in which one side is equal to 0. So since here is not equal to 0, we have to move minus 4 to the left side. When it crosses over to the left side, the minus sign becomes plus. So this will be 4x squared plus 13x plus 9 is equal to 0. So we have been able to achieve the first step, which is writing the quadratic equation in the standard form. The next step is factor the non-zero side. So we have to factor this side. How do we do that? Look for two numbers that will multiply to give us AC and add to give us B. Over here, we know that our A is 4, our B is plus 13, and our C is plus 9. So AC will become 4 times 9, which is 36. So we have plus 36, and our B is plus 13. So now we are looking for numbers that will multiply to give us plus 36. So the first one is plus 1 times plus 36. We have minus 1 times minus 36. We have plus 2 times plus 18. Minus 2 times minus 18. We have plus 3 times plus 12. We also have minus 3 times minus 12. All these values will give us plus 36. Do we have any more? Yeah. Plus 4 times plus 9. Plus 4 times plus 9. And minus 4 times minus 9. So all these values will give us plus 36. We have one more, but there is no need for that because we've gotten what we are looking for. What we are looking for is plus 4 and plus 9. Plus 4 plus 9 is going to give us plus 13. So this is the combination we are looking for. Okay, so this means we are going to replace plus 13 with plus 4 and plus 9. So let's do that. So we have 4x squared plus 4x plus 9x plus 9 is equal to 0. Okay, so now we can factorize by grouping. So 4x squared plus 4x, what is common? 4x is common. 4x squared divided by 4x will give us x. 4x divided by 4x will give us 1 plus 9x and 9, what is common is 9, plus 9x divided by plus 9 will give us x, and plus 9 divided by plus 9 will give us plus 1. It's equal to 0. Okay, so bringing what we have outside the bracket into one bracket, we have 4x plus 9, and then x plus 1 is equal to 0. So we've done the second step. The third step is make each factor equal to 0. So this will mean 4x plus 9 is equal to 0, or x plus 1 is equal to 0. Next thing we do is move plus 9 to the right. It becomes minus 9. So 4x is equal to minus 9, or when plus 1 moves to the right, it becomes minus 1, or x is equal to minus 1. So are we done? No, we are not done, because for this value of x, we have not really come to the conclusion. We still have 4 here. So in order to cancel it out, we divide both sides by 4. So divided by 4, divided by 4. So 4 we cancel out 4. We have x is equal to minus 9 over 4, or x is equal to minus 1. So these are the solutions to the quadratic equation. Solutions to a quadratic equation are also called the roots of the quadratic equation, or the zeros of the quadratic equation. If you understood the lesson, I'd like you to solve this classwork and leave your answer to the question in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more maths content. See you in the next video. Bye.